Here we have a new 2023 Nissan Frontier SV Crew Cab. And this one comes in the beautiful deep blue pearl on charcoal cloth interior. And now the powertrain on this Frontier is going to consist of a 3.8 liter naturally aspirated V6 engine made with a 9-speed automatic transmission. And that gets you 310 horsepower, 281 pound-feet of torque. So as we get to the front end here, we have our halogen headlamps. And here we have 17-inch aluminum wheels. Now over here we have the controls for our power windows, which we have one touch up and down for the driver, power door locks, window lock there, and then power mirror controls there. Pretty nice door panel pocket there, plenty of storage, and you have the big cup holder there. And since this one is equipped with the $990 technology package, we do have that Nissan Safety Sense technology there. And of course we have hill descent controls, cargo lamps, traction control. And there's our power driver seat there. Let's hop in here. So it's kind of a step up, but once you're back here, for a smaller pickup like this, not bad leg room. I do have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size of 6'3", and you see how wide the seat is. But the back of it is pretty cushy, so that'll get annoying, but it's not gonna hurt having your knees back here. And then you have a USB-C, USB-A charging port. One more look at the front there. And I do like that we do have a center seat fold out here on this SV. So if you want to put your cup holders there, or put your cups in the cup holder, you can do that. But let's check out the back next. Let me go ahead and touch on this fuel cap here. So there's the back end there. And then we have our cargo space there in the bed. No extras on this one, but I like how light that tailgate is. And now that I'm looking at the blue pearl, it's beautiful. I love that color. Love how it sparkles. Well, let's take a look at this window sticker here. We do have a 2-speed transfer case, which is nice. And there's that technology package: lane departure, blind spot, rear cross traffic, rear park assist, rear automatic braking, high beam assist, and then the coveted intelligent cruise control. And here we have our front passenger seat there. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. It's always a bugger to get open. And there's that 3.8 liter naturally aspirated V6. But now let's hop in the driver's seat. So I like the steering wheel, even though it's a vinyl overlay, it does feel really nice. Pretty easy to grip onto at any angle too. But over here to the radio, we have our home page there. And we can customize as well. But we get AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio, and then wired Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto. And there's our backup camera there with guidelines as we turn the steering wheel. And there's our settings there. And then you can toggle the camera if you want to, toggle your auto or your nighttime brightness there. And here we have our four-wheel drive control, so you can just turn that to the right to get the four-wheel high, and then four-wheel high, you push it in, make sure you're in neutral, and then you can put it in a four-wheel low, and then kind of do that in reverse to get it back to two-wheel drive. AC controls here, fan speed, temperature, parking sensors here. Then we have a USB-C and USB-A input, which you can use for that Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Now for our shifter, there's a button behind here. You push that and pull down reverse, neutral, drive, and you can tap over and you can manually shift there. Two cup holders there. I like this little storage tray here. You can put your phone there if you just want to lay it there or back in there. And then a pretty good size center console cubby space despite everything else that's going on. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. And for our dome lights, I do wish that they would just come with the LEDs. It shouldn't be that much to put that in there, but whatever. And then here we have a decent size glove compartment. And then a 12 volt here. Now over to the steering wheel. We can toggle between our sources here, whether it's radio, Bluetooth, whatever. And then we can go through our presets here. And it'll show you up here. And I like that you can have so many presets that you can just kind of toggle through them depending on what you're on. And then we use these arrows to go through our gauge cluster. And then volume controls here, voice recognition controls here. And then as part of that intelligent cruise control, we can toggle that on and then adjust the gap for that there. And of course, same old cruise controls for everything else. Headlamp controls here. Windshield wiper controls there. There we have our push button start. And finally, here we have our key fob. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2023 Frontier SV out on the road for a quick test drive. So I do like having a traditional transmission in this Frontier. I'm glad Nissan didn't figure out a way to put a CVT in this thing, because the 9-speed is really, really nice to have. And especially if you want to manually shift, there's just something about a traditional transmission. And relatively quick for a small pickup like this. And comparing this to the Colorado, of course, I think the new Canyon and Colorados are coming out next year. But really, other than that and the Tacoma, I'm sure there's some I'm missing, but those are the main competitors in terms of the mid-size pickup market. Frontier's pretty much on top in my opinion right now, just because they just had the refresh, I think 22, and they just came hard with it. This feels bigger than both of those vehicles. It feels more modern than both of those vehicles. And personally, I like how this drives compared to the V6 versions of the Tacoma and the Colorado Canyon. Now I will say I think both of those are due for an upgrade, so Nissan might want to be ready for a refresh in a year or two, because the new Canyons I know look sick, and I'm sure if Tacoma or if Toyota comes hard like they did with the Tundra and the Sequoia with the Tacoma, the other manufacturers are going to be in big trouble. So you heard it here first, Nissan. But I really like how this rides. Really like the overall feel of it, how it drives. I will say that the hood is pretty in the line of sight, but not overly intrusive just because of how high I'm sitting up. But it is there, which can be problematic to shorter people. But you can get this seat up pretty high, like I said, so you shouldn't have an issue with it. But definitely, if that's something that gets in your way a lot, having a higher hood, test drive this for yourself before you make a decision, because that can get dangerous. Now I will say the brake and the gas pedal are just a bit touchy for my taste, but for this kind of truck I think it's a good setup, especially if you're going to be hauling or towing. I mean, they're very responsive, I'll give it that. The brake pedal just doesn't seem as linear as I would like, and I mean, I'm picking at straws with that because it's not as bothersome, it's just something I noticed. And really good ride quality coming down the interstate here. I can feel it moving, but it's not uncomfortable or jarring at all. And overall, really quiet in the cabin here. I really can't hear the tires at all. I can just hear the slightest wind noise. And everything you kind of have to listen for. It's not like it's intruding on anything. See if I can test out the adaptive cruise here. So I'm cruising at 75. I'm gonna put it up to 80. And then I'm gonna adjust the gap forward. And you can see, to keep that safe distance, it is actually slowing the truck down. Now it's interesting, this gap adjust is not as linear as the Murano. When I get behind a vehicle in the Murano, it kind of is reading how fast that vehicle is going and kind of matches speed. But here, it's just kind of going back and forth. But still pretty good. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with this truck. Of course, not a lot of changes, if any, for the 23 model as opposed to the 22, but still a really good option if you're in the market for a mid-size pickup. And I want to give a huge shout out to John Roberts Nissan here in Manchester, Tennessee, for allowing me to review this truck today. And this will bring me to the end of my review of the 2023 Nissan Frontier SV Crew Cab.